Let's try again. All right? Hello. Now, I should be able to. Hey! Now! Holy Lord, and at least I did. Waiting, connecting. Yeah!
Yes! Hello! Hey, it works. So cool.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you? I'm a little bit sweaty because I've been singing all day.
What you've been doing? Recording?
Yes.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
recording has started. And you? How are you doing?
I'm also like a sweaty because I was actually my hair is still wet. I was swimming. I tried to. I even might have a mask on my face, but I was swimming in a cold pool. We have a swimming pool, but it's terribly cold the water there, and so I put my wetsuit, like a dry suit actually, and so I was like, oh, but I have the live. I needed to go to move a little bit. So you've been recording. What have you been recording?
The new Epica album. So in a different studio than originally planned because I can travel. So I had to search for a studio nearby.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that for the last couple of days. And it's going really well, but it all feels a little bit weird, I must say. But I enjoy singing. I enjoy finishing the album.
Yeah. So, but you are doing it in the studio, not at home.
No, I don't really have the possibility to do other than just simple demo vocals. I don't have a room that is soundproof.
Yeah.
And you know how it's like. You probably have your own studio. I don't. We have a very small apartment.
Well, I am just to tell you that I'm like an anti-studio singer anyway. So this is the room where I record my vocals. It's nothing like it's not prepared to record vocals, but it's prepared to record my vocals. Like because I record with a microphone and usually without even headphones. Only the backing vocals I do with the headphones. So I have like a little loudspeaker right in front of the microphone in a little distance with me and the microphone, and I sing like a live takes.
Yeah.
That was how I recorded my first album, my Winter Storm already, and that was the way I feel personally most comfortable with recording albums. But everybody is different, and everybody we have our ways. So.
Yeah, that's interesting because when I'm recording vocals, I never really get the right sound on the headphones.
Ta-da! Right.
And the problem I have, I sing within ears. I sing live within ears. Yeah. But I listen to it quite loudly, and what I like to do is have one ear on and one ear off, so I can hear my voice just organically and not digitally, and like that I get a good mix for me. Yeah. But one ear is a little bit tired at the end and goes like slightly deaf. But I guess with classical singers, like singing just in an open space is most comfortable. And
yeah, surely, because I what happens with me that if it's a very hard, like a fast tempo song, like a really rock song, then I like to have the headphones so I feel like I'm in the mix already in the band with the band singing. But when it's a ballad or where I need to find my voice really sounding as natural as possible, with the headphones, my problem is always I start to push my voice and it doesn't sound natural anymore, and I don't like the results, and it's like I need to get away from this, and that has been my way to really to feel more relaxed. Also, that's the whole thing, that you start pushing and then what I'm doing, I don't suddenly have a sore throat, and I never have a sore throat when I'm singing, and that's an
what is your tip? Because I think there's a lot of people also in the live Instagram live. What is your tip when you do get like a sore throat or a little bit hoarse, when your voice is like
well then then that is a sign to stop singing for sure.
And go sleep, right?
Yeah, that's like, hey, no speaking. But in order not to have that, I have tried everything. The posture is the most important when you are singing in front of the microphone, that you can feel that you are in a good posture and breathing free and all that. And every time when it's a recording process, you tend to get a little bit nervous about, the takes and when I'm recording, I hate taking too many takes. I need to get it done properly. 4, 5 takes, it needs to be there. If it's not there, it's not the day to record that song. Really.
That's what I did today, because I know singing is just, it's your body, and the way you feel like in that morning is going to determine how well you're going to do during a live show or for the recordings. And
every day is different.
Of course, there's being in a studio is less pressure than a live concert, but there's different emotions. You don't have the adrenaline and the thing that is just a one taker. And with me in the studio, like you say, I prefer 4 or 5 takes. But if you keep on pushing on the little details, you lose the emotion. You start getting frustrated, and I sing max 4 to 5 hours, and then I'm just, done. I'm not a machine. I'm a human being. And
no, nobody is. But you're doing also backing vocals and harmonies, and like I am doing. I love working on the vocal arrangements always. That's a fun part. But it's it's not. People might not even understand it's not only that there is one voice that you double or you triple sometimes even the lead vocals, and you do so much work behind that actually is not even so much heard in the final product, but it needs to be done in order to everything be in the frames where they need to be. But wow.
So you enjoy singing harmonies? I actually don't like doing that.
Really?
I sing half of my harmonies, and the other half we have backing vocals, and Marcella Bovio is one of our main girls since a long time, and she's very good and very quick. And with me, I don't feel like I have enough experience, nor that I enjoy doing it. And there's people that just hear the harmonies instantly. And I started to learn how to play the piano.
Nice.
Also, for me to
when like now, like recently, or
since a couple months,
Oh wow, Simone, that's amazing. Thumbs up.
Yeah, but I'm not going to play Rachmaninoff soon. I will never. That's not my goal. My goal is to be able to write songs myself and maybe accompany myself while I sing.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But you play pretty decent piano. For me, I don't think I'm going to reach that level. For me, it's going to be chords and some really simple stuff.
I started with the piano itself. I started when I was 6 years old. It was just my elder brother had a drums at home, so that was not something I was interested in, and so and we had a little keyboard, so I started to play like some kids songs melodies, and my mama was asking, do you want to have a piano lessons? And there I went, started when I was 6, and I went to universities, and I did a lot of studies with piano itself. I used to play quite well, not anymore. I mean, I lost it, but as a matter of fact, that's my instrument with what I write music. So it really is a great help and necessary. My piano is so out of tune now that I'm just waiting that after all this corona, the tuning guy can come in again and tune my piano.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine. Well, my son, he's now 6. and he started to play the piano because
Nice.
Oliver's teaching him.
Yay, nice.
We got a really nice e-piano from Yamaha, and I had the urge for a long time to learn how to play the piano because I had the feeling I could not express my musical creativity just by singing a melody, because it's different than when you're playing the piano, or when you just hear the piano, other vocal lines can come to mind than if you were just singing, you know.
Sure.
And so I really wanted to have this piano for a long time, and it took us a while to get it, but it feels like it's the right phase in my life to start learning to play the piano, and I don't think it's ever too late.
Never.
I mean, I'm 35 now. I can still learn new things.
You're very young. You are the.
I wasn't 6 when I started to learn the piano. I played the flute when I was 11. I started way later with music education, and I never went to conservatory. But I guess it's always good to aim for improving and learning new things. Yeah, and I enjoy it, but I get frustrated if I don't make any progress, you know. I have to be more patient.
Same here. I still do that. I constantly try to find ways, or check how other artists are doing, or even, you know, I'm producing my records. I'm on my own. But I have gotten help with the incredible musicians I'm having in hand today, but also everything is a learning process, everything. And there is just only things you can learn from music and from singing. If one day, I've been asked many times that, oh, but you sing, but like, or in general, if somebody would ask me that, so you have reached so much with your voice, and I would say, what I've reached, I haven't reached little bits here and there. I mean, there is just, this is never gonna end. The whole learning process will never end.
Do you feel also that your voice changed after pregnancy, or when you were like pregnant and the months after? Because with me there was a huge change. Yeah, because my voice, the register of my voice became much wider. I could go way deeper than I did before. So
that's interesting.
I
believe, for me, of course, we women, we all react differently. It's such a huge thing that we go through with the pregnancy and giving a birth and all that, becoming a mother, all the hormones, everything is affecting us. But I feel that I've been training so much in the recent years, so my voice has been radically changing, and yes, and it's changing through the age, through the years. It is changing, depending obviously your training and what you do with it. I mean, how you know, physically how you feel also, that has everything to do with the voice, because it's as you said, it's the body that sounds.
Yeah. And what kind of shoes do you wear when you record vocals?
I put a couple of books.
Books.
I am standing upon a couple of books. Like, well, the heel is something like this. I have a little
heel.
Yeah, so that I can get my posture more.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I learned when I was when I had singing lessons. My teacher always tell me to tilt my pelvic
a little bit.
And the problem is with my posture, I have a duck butt, you know, it's like boink, it's really sticking out. And for me to make that movement feels very unnatural. And if I wear heels, it's only making it worse. So for the recordings now, I actually have some workout shoes in the vocal booth, which have kind of a nice cushion. Yeah. So that I like to move while I'm singing, or my face is in front of the microphone, but I like to keep my body warm and move. So I'm like doing a tiny workout, and I feel
that's a good thing also, that you can do that without making a noise. I mean, obviously without making a noise, but it's a good thing that you can move, because then your breathing gets more relaxed as well. So it's a good thing. that you don't, just stay stiff and, and sometimes you forget breathing. You forget to breathe properly. So it's a good thing.
And when you're tired, that's the most dangerous thing. That's what I've learned already. I want to do my best, but when I'm tired, I should just tell whomever I'm recording with, like, this is it for today. I push myself sometimes too much.
Yeah. Who doesn't? But
for the recording, you want to have it perfect, right? As close to perfect as possible. But for me, the most important thing is still the emotion that needs to come across. I don't want to start sounding like a robot on the recordings.
Never.
But if I'm honest, I love live shows more than being in a studio. And there's musicians that love being in a studio, and I love to be at a different place every day.
Me too. Absolutely. If
And
I need to choose from those two, absolutely. Let's get out of there again. And in this situation where we are at the moment, like even more. But if I listen my records after I've recorded them, those days after all is done, after everything is finished, I listen to my records. Okay, I did okay. But then when I go and sing these songs in my live shows, I sing them so way better. It's always like that. It's the recording, the moment of making it perfect or thinking this needs to be perfect. It's never perfect. What is perfection? It cannot be perfect. But at the moment, at that peculiar moment, you think like, it needs to be this way. Then you go and rock with your guys and have fun with the fans, and you enjoy the moment. You enjoy being in different cultures, traveling, all that. So it's part of and the songs change. So
and also how you feel at that time. If you're energetic, and like I say, you don't have that adrenaline kick when you're in the studio than what you have live.
No, nothing at all. Hey, let us have like thousands of people screaming in front of us when we record. We need to have that.
Yeah, like after every take you hear, woo!
Yeah, you're doing good, girl.
Yeah, like, we want more. Zugabe.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it's another take. No again, no again, no again. It's like,
yeah. Oh yeah, I can tell you. I was once with my first album. I had a producer on board. That was the first time, and until now, the last time I've been using a producer. Don't take me wrong. I mean, there was a lot of good things about working with a producer, but there was also this fact that he didn't know me as a singer. I mean, he had never worked with me before, so he made me sing like 40 takes, 40 of a short lyric line, like a really, like absolutely 3 words or so. It was so frustrating. I was killing myself because you sing as I said, you sing it 4 or 5 times. If it's not there, it's not meant to be.
It's often not becoming better after many takes.
No,
because that's when you lose the motivation. That's when you become insecure sometimes and start making mistakes that you would normally not do.
No, sure.
But I'm always looking forward to hear the songs when they're completely finished. Like we work with a producer, and we also we create demos with false lyrics, and then we rewrite the lyrics and then make demos again. So I can.
Doesn't that bother you sometimes that you start singing the old lyrics?
Yeah, I had that today. But it's only a couple of words. This time with this record, we tried to already push the demo lyrics in the direction when we wanted to have the final lyrics. Because in the past it would be complete bullshit lyrics, and you never forget them. No, I never sing some.
That's terrible. Yeah, right. I've been there.
Yeah, but I like to do that when you're really prepared, when you know the new songs, that you don't have to do so many takes. But you have good and bad days. And today I recorded a ballad because I felt my voice was very low and I didn't sleep a lot, so I thought, okay, I'm not going to push it. So I listened to how I feel, and that's how I proceed. And tomorrow, hopefully after a good night's sleep, I can belt really loud again, because that cost me a lot of energy. Singing classically goes without sleeping almost, but the belting, I find I need a good night's sleep for that.
Yes, sure, you're right. And how many songs you still need to go? You have still
4, I think.
left.
Yeah, 4 songs. Yeah.
Yay! I am doing also some recordings, but completely different type of music, electronic music. I have an electronic project called Outlanders, so I am finishing some of the vocals tomorrow. Probably I will hopefully finish with one song, but I'm again doing it only together with my producer friend Torsten, and only 2 of us. We are working on a project that is hopefully one day gonna see a day of light. But
if you have a good connection with somebody who you feel like the workflow is just right, then you can create some really great stuff. I think that's very important, that you feel comfortable with the person you're working with, because it's so personal, I guess.
Yes,
writing music and singing, and it's so intimate also, and
totally. Yeah, it's very special. You have people like that. You found. I feel myself very lucky that I have found amazingly talented people around, and so that you can feel super relaxed with, and so then the magic happens when it's like that. You don't need to feel worried or nervous or somehow shamed like I have been, when I started my solo career. I was so ashamed of showing any of my bits and pieces that I had written, because I thought they were all shit. I was so critical, really. I thought that's forget about it. All the professional songwriters showing their songs for me, and I'm like, should I like this or not? I mean, that was the beginning. And nowadays, doing it on my own, as we just talked about, the learning, music is about that.
I have actually a kind of funny story that just came to mind, because you say your first album, and I remember listening to that. Back then, I guess I still had a MP3 player. Was no iPhone / MP3 player, and I had to have surgery on my teeth. I had to have my wisdom teeth surgically removed, because they were lying crooked or whatever. And I asked them, can I listen to music? And they were like, okay, sure, because the thing is, when they're working here, it's so in your face, and it's nasty. Oof. And then I was listening to your first album. I was like, okay, put Toria really loud. It's gonna distract me. You were there with me, and when I had my wisdom teeth. That's so fun. Yeah, that was in the Netherlands. I was on the operation table, and they were like pulling in my mouth, and I was like focusing on your voice, like, okay, let this be over soon and I can go home and everything's fine. So that's kind of a funny association with your first record. Yeah, it's true.
I love that. Yeah. Thank you so much. So that I will never forget. Thank you, Simone.
No, and the time that you when I visited you in Argentina.
Oh yeah.
Remember when you surprised me with a baby?
Yeah, there was a little package.
Nobody
knew about my pregnancy. There were some fans, at the time I was living in Argentina, and I had a huge belly already on my turning to my 8 months, and there were some fans meeting me in a shopping center. It was cold. Around June, so it was already getting pretty cold in Argentina, so I had a really thick winter coat, like a Michelin coat. So I was with the shopping bags in front of my belly and meeting with the fans, and some girls in Brazil, I remember them telling me, you're pregnant, and I just said, no, what? I've been eating too much pizza. I completely my whole pregnancy was like I didn't need to let anybody know that I was pregnant. So you were one of the first persons ever that got to know that I have a baby born. I was I had become a mother.
Yeah.
I remember that. Let me present you a little package.
Yeah, because we invited you to come to the show. I was like, no, Tarja has other things going on, and you can come to our house. And then you opened the door, and the door went open even further, and then there was the baby. Was like,
Just a little,
like this.
Yeah, just a little surprise. Yeah. Aye. But so nice, you know. We go far already. Your Vincent is now 6. Naomi is 7, turning to 8.
I became pregnant shortly after we met, or like a year after, approximately.
Yeah, exactly. Naomi is turning 8 now in July, and
wow. So that's 8 years ago already. That was a cute, tiny little baby, and now she's already 8. It goes so fast.
It's crazy. And how you're dealing with all the touring and being a mother, you know, how you're dealing with all the things that you cannot be with him, with your family.
Well, I never took him with me on tour, so he only saw a couple of shows, and I know that you had Naomi with you a couple of times.
For the first 4 years.
Yeah.
Every time.
And that's something we didn't do. And I had good days and I had bad days. You know, I went into work mode, so I would try not to think too much about it. But if I were thinking about it, I would sometimes become very sad, of course. But then the times that I was home, I enjoyed it so much more. And when I was on tour, I could focus on being on tour. So
sure. Yeah, it's never easy. It's never easy. The moment of leaving the family behind is like, it's never easy.
And then when you're on stage in the morning, you're still back then cleaning diapers. And then after the plane landed, I remember talking to Michael Ackerfeld from Opeth about this, because he also has kids. Yeah. He's like, yeah, in the morning you're still in daddy mode and doing all the dishes and whatever, and then in the evening you're a rock star. It's such a strong contrast.
It is.
And what was also hard for me was to switch rhythms instantly. When you come back home and you're jet lagged, you immediately have to be in the rhythm of your family. And back in the day, it was like you had a couple of days to adjust, but now it's like tuck, day, night.
Yeah.
And it can be very tiring sometimes.
You come from the long tours. No tour is easy physically. We come we return home like wrecks and shipwrecks and
jet lag.
And, jet lag and all that, and the little one is there like, Mommy, you're mine now. Kind of. But mine is definitely understanding. She really lets me, thankfully, she really lets me rest, and she's there playing with me. You know, I'm sleeping in a bed and she's in the bed playing, and she just needs to be near and, you know, hug and kiss me all over, and super tender. But it's very, and the older you get, Simone, just listen to me, grandma talking.
Okay.
Older you get, harder it gets. When you know, it's not getting any easier. I mean,
when they're small, they grow so fast. But then when they're older, they are aware of you leaving for a while, and they feel the time at a different way than they were when they were little. They had no feeling for time. And now he really says, I'm gonna miss you. And there was a time where I wanted to watch some Epica YouTube videos, and he would get sad because he would associate that with me being gone. And now he's like, everybody in our village, like, yeah, my mom's famous. I'm like, I'm not famous. And my dad too. He's like super proud.
The coolest person. My mom is the coolest person because she's famous. Yeah.
He loves to listen to metal songs. Yeah. So when friends come over, they have to listen to metal, and they're all a little scared, but for him it's normal. And when he was in kindergarten, he would draw vampires and monsters as if it were Teletubbies for him.
Yeah,
And other
exactly.
kids were scared, with like,
Yeah.
you know,
No,
or they said
yeah.
like, why is he already watching this kind of stuff, or how does he know about vampires? And it's like, yeah, he watches Nightmare Before Christmas. That's cult in our house. I mean, we watched
That's
that.
a good one. In ours too.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
got gifts from fans, like
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas related, and he's like, oh, that's Jack, and he sleeps with one of the little
Nice. Yeah,
singers.
that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
Mm.
It's mine is the same. I mean, being a rock and roll baby, being on tour the first 4 years of her life, that
Mm.
is the life she knows. She got used to, being on the road with her family, being
Mm.
all the musicians and crew and all that.
Mm.
So she was playing the first 4 years with the grown-ups, and it definitely that is kind of reflecting in her. They're asking, what is your favorite color? Well, black.
Yeah.
And hi, the girls usually, girls who like pink
And
and
Barbies
purple and Barbies.
mm.
No, mine is like, no, can I just paint? And black is because black absorbs all the colors. So I'm like, okay, well, that's a good explanation at least. It has all the colors. I like it. It's
Yeah,
strong color.
Vincent has like a fake leather jacket. He calls his band jacket. So when he wants to look cool, he puts on the jacket.
That's the best. Yeah.
And he's also very artistic already. He had his phase where he loved to play with tractors, but he's not into cars, and he just loves being creative, like painting. And he already has a very creative mind where he's constructing machines in his head. And we just have to figure a way out so we can make it with him. Like he wants to build an airplane or whatever with what we have at home. He has the most absurd ideas. So
Yeah,
I think he might
that's the
become an
best.
engineer one day.
But that's
Or
the best, offer your child what you have in hand. I mean, the kids, seriously, they don't need the plastic toys. They don't need.
mm-hmm.
Mine was playing in a backstage with whatever she had in hand,
Mm-hmm.
and incredible creations, and
Mm-hmm.
having so much fun with
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Doesn't need to be a expensive toy or something that you play. Usually the children, they are playing with something like that for 2 minutes and it's gone. But letting your child to be creative and inspired by everything, takes hours and hours, and so much fun to look at them being so
did
free.
she also have like different instrument phases? Like she liked to play the drums or the guitar or sing like you? Did she have
She started to play piano when she was 4. That
Oh.
was her. Now, so she's already quite pro with it. She
Wow.
plays like the classical, but also some Lady Gaga and other things, Despacito, some her own selection of songs.
Yeah.
But she also has she has a little electronic drum set. And takes guitar lessons. So she's very busy with the music. Sings, goes to theater school every weekend, or used to go to theater school every weekend.
That's right.
So yeah, creative child, yes.
I think that's, for me, I love that he loves to play the piano, and now that we have it in our home, he goes voluntarily to the piano and starts playing songs. And it's not like a punishment that we have to tell him, okay, you got to practice. Okay, now everyday piano lessons, and Oliver's teaching him. And I think it's pretty amazing. I tried to have him sing like falsetto, like, can you do, and he's like trying to do it as well. Because my father actually, when he was a young boy, he was actually in a choir, and I love that sound of like young, still boys, that high pitched singing. I think it's beautiful, and I was hoping like maybe I can get him to do that. Yes, yeah. But so far he loves to play the piano, and whenever he's happy and something works the way, he's like, he goes like this.
I wonder where that comes from.
I don't do that. I didn't do like, yeah, but yeah. He's a
Oh,
little
really?
metalhead, I guess,
Yeah.
already. He loves metal
That's
music. I
right.
don't think he likes Epica too much,
No, well, hey,
but
but
he loves one song in particularly. And when he came to see me play when we were in Stuttgart, I wanted to play the song for him during soundcheck, but he was a little bit sad. He was still too young. I think now he would find it cooler.
mm,
So I walked, you know, the Longhorn in Stuttgart, the LK Longhorn,
yeah.
with the big backstage where you can watch over the stage and
Oh,
then
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
venue.
yeah.
So I walked from the stage with my microphone to the backstage, and I was singing the song for him in the backstage. You know, you could.
Nice.
But he was not so much into it. I thought if I play his favorite song, he would like it. And he had a big phase where he loved to play the drums. He even has a drum kit, but that was a phase, so that's gone now.
But they can come. It's so interesting. There are these phases, you know, there are the phases, they come and go and they come and go, and we can be there only to support them. I mean, we should not, obviously, I felt a little frustration. I felt a little frustration in Naomi when she was 5 and she didn't practice the piano that much. And so I was kind of like trying to, okay, well, mommy can help you. And she has the teacher, so I don't, she completely ignored me. Like, do not tell me what to do, mommy, because I don't like this. And then suddenly she like goes to the piano and practices all the time along without me telling anything. So it's just it's a learning. We also live and learn through our children, because it's, you know, we have only one.
Yeah.
We have only one. And it's amazing to see that how they are like our reflections in so many ways, in good and bad.
Yeah, sometimes I look at it and I think, yeah, I'm your mommy. I still sometimes can't realize it, or that I sometimes think, wow, you're so stubborn. Oh, who does he get that from? I'm very stubborn. It's like, oh shit, that's the mirror right in front of me.
Right.
So I have to stay calm and think, okay, I was like that when I was his age. I turned out okay. I gotta be patient. I thought I was a very patient person until I became a parent, and I thought, okay, wow, it can be very challenging, but I love the age he is in now. I mean, he's becoming more and more a boy, but
Yeah,
he's a very
fantastic.
philosophical personality, and he's very romantic, and yeah,
That's
there's
beautiful.
many beautiful moments during the day. And now in this weird times, sometimes I notice that we are frustrated in this challenging times, but kids are as well. I mean,
Yeah. Well, hey,
we are figuring
super.
out how this works. Imagine how they perceive it with their tiny brains, you
Yeah.
know?
Here in Spain, we haven't been able to go out. This is the 5th. We are now completing the 5th week indoors. So we haven't been able to go to the park or
Yeah.
run anywhere with the child. And with the child, seriously, mine is missing her friends and just little runouts or going out with the bike like everyone. But for children, it's terrible not to be able to go out and, you know, play.
Yeah.
That's, the world is out there, and for every one of us it is the same, but
Yeah.
especially the kids are.
We are allowed to go out into the forest and like ride the bike or go on the parking lot, but all the playgrounds, they're like shut down with tape and fences and everything, and it's so sad, you know,
It
but
is.
it's necessary. And we've become very creative. We have a boxing bag hanging in the living room. We have the trampoline. We
Yeah,
built a swing, but
that's
that
cool.
broke down already. But to keep them
Anything.
occupied.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, I really loved seeing you, Simone. I think that I was just going to give a call for Julian, that he's waiting there to sing or play a couple of songs with me. I was still
Oh,
thinking to sing a couple of songs.
yeah, we talked for an hour or so. We're like,
But it's okay. I love talking with you. It was really, really nice seeing you again. And it's been such a long time. I have missed you. So
same
nice.
here. Yes, long time. Last time we saw each other was on Gaspop.
Yeah. Yeah,
2 years ago.
2 years ago already.
When we had the funny quick photo shoot with Tim with the apples. It was like, oh, let's take these apples. And
very successful really photo shoot with him always in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, he's quick. He's quick, yeah.
Very good.
Okay, then I wish you all the best. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay creative.
As well, and good luck for the recordings and everything. And
thank you.
And please be safe, and greetings to the family.
We'll stay in touch, and
yes,
maybe one day I get to come visit you then.
Yes, hopefully.
And try the pool and the cold water.
Yes, yes, you do that.
Okay, take care.
See you. Thank you, Simone.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. You are leaving? You are going.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
I'll try to hold on a second if I can now get to Julian. Let's see. Go live with Julian. Now again he's doing the same thing. Hopefully he's there. Maybe he should. Cannot see him. Oh yeah, it was so nice to talk to Simone. Ihanaa. Julian. Hey, Julian, can you send me a request? I cannot. ¿Me puedes mandar un request? Porque esto no anda. Por favor. Juli, ¿me mandas un request? Ay. I again feel like a complete idiot. This phone is not letting me go live with anybody that I want. Oh. Hopefully he can do that. Talk show with Julian. No, I am hopefully gonna be singing a couple of songs with him. But if that works, we are trying to get in touch with him here. But in the meantime, I really hope you're fine. View, hold on. Oh, hold on. There is something seriously wrong with my phone. Doesn't let me do anything. So I will try to do again another live video after this. So if you bear with me, I will go back live again and then I will sing a couple of songs for you. All right?